Florence just to find my own independence and to experience Italy. I've always wanted to come here.
As far as the country itself goes, it's just a place I've always wanted to study. I didn't see as much value studying elsewhere, but...
Well, I had a friend who told me about the program and the opportunity it could provide me to study cooking while still studying some of my other majors. He knew it was something I was passionate about also, so he helped me decide to go. And when I looked into the program, it sounded really cool, so I decided to give it a try.
I like Florence very much. I like that it's smaller and that I am more familiar with the surroundings. I was the girl, like, freshman year of college who didn't want to leave home and said I would never study abroad, by the way. Like, I thought it was silly, and changed a lot over my lifetime. I came here and I enjoy being here.
I love Florence. I think it was the best choice I could have made for a city to stay in.
Everywhere you walk is beautiful architecture, beautiful churches, nothing like California.
I love it. I love being able, because I've traveled to London and I've traveled to Paris, and I love being able to walk everywhere and not have to get on a tube or a metro to get to other, places in the city.
It has everything to offer. It has art and, you know, places to go to hang out in parks that are really nice, and the architecture for me is just so charming and wonderful. I love the old buildings and the different colored shutters and things.
Alright, so when I first got here, I was super excited, a little intimidated, kind of nervous. Didn't know what classes were going to be like, or what the city was going to be like. I was excited, and then there were setbacks. Like, I flooded an entire kitchen trying to do laundry.
It was tough at first. I mean, it was terrifying when I first got here, but after a while, you just start to make more connections. After exploring the city, after being here, you just start to make more connections. It becomes easier. It's less of a culture shock now. Everything's, when I first got here, everything was spectacular and so different, but now it's just familiar. The cobblestones, I don't even notice them anymore.
When I first got to Florence, it took me a few days to accept that I was here. After I accepted that I was here, I had to realize that the world at home was going to go on without me, and I had to go on with my life too and experience what I had come here to experience.
I really came out of my shell on this one. I am always the homebody at home, staying home with my family, and you know, this was a really big step for me to come and stay in another country.
I'm used to being in contact constantly with my nieces and my nephew and my sisters and my family, my grandma. I've talked to my grandma every day since I was 3, and being here and not being able to talk to her every day was really hard. I did have some issues. I was really sad. Like, when I couldn't find the gym, I went running and almost got hit by a car, and I got scarred up here, and like, it was pretty funny, but...
I'm also really close with my brother, so not being able to go to his house all the time, that stuff, you start to miss it, definitely.
One thing that I didn't realize I would miss nearly as much is the people from school. And I had felt like, yeah, I know it'll be hard, but I'll be fine, you know, it won't matter. And I realized once I got here that having the separation from being in one country versus another really does take a toll on you emotionally, and that I realized I really did miss my friends and my family a lot.
I really didn't miss too much the way of life at home because I'm always so busy and crazy, driving everywhere. I liked being able to just relax here a little bit, but at the same time, all I really missed was my family and my friends, and that's it. My dogs, too.
I'm really close to my mom, so it was hard to be away from her, and like, I'm 9 hours away from home, or like the time difference is 9 hours, and that makes it really difficult to set up call times or Skype times because it's literally the opposite time of day.
Yeah, I made a list of foods that I missed. Just stuff like baked beans and stuff I never thought I'd miss. Big coffees, peanut butter. I mean, they have peanut butter, but it's super expensive.
I am terribly allergic to peanut butter, so I can't.
Oh, no.
I can't miss peanut butter at all.
God, I miss peanut butter. But peanut butter, I'm not spending €3 on peanut butter, especially when I bought it in Dublin for €112, and then they confiscated it at the airport. They said that peanut butter is a gel. Yeah, it's a gel.
Put my hair on it, you know?
Because I'm gonna be a terrorist with my peanut butter, and.
When I didn't have a microwave, that was an adjustment.
I didn't think I'd get homesick before I came here, but then when I got here, I was totally homesick.
I really wanted to go home the first day I was here. I went to talk to Candace like the second day when we had to go to orientation and say, can I get my money back because I'm going home. But then everyone started to convince me that it was such a great opportunity and not everyone gets to do it. So I realized that I had to stay here and I was going to make a good time out of it.
Keeping busy helps. I find I experience homesickness the most at the end of the day when I'm going to bed, because then you can't distract yourself. It's just you, and you have to I don't know, even playing an iPod doesn't help because you can't distract yourself from your thoughts anymore.
But Skype has been fabulous and wonderful and super, super helpful.
It's really, really weird. I don't know, sometimes it's so surreal to me that I'm not seeing my family at the end of the day when I come home. But I've really adjusted, and Skype has really, really helped me, and it's a nice way to end my day by even just seeing them, even though it's not in person. So I really can't wait to go home and be able to see my family. But for now, I'm doing okay, and I'm adjusting to it.
I use Facebook as if it was like a mailbox, because I write page-long messages, it seems, to my friends, and feel like the same as writing a letter, except they get a little bit faster and I don't have to go spend money at the post office.
Reached out to a few people at the school and talked to them about it a bit, and they were really helpful in getting me to realize I can just, I can be here and enjoy it. I also spoke to friends that I had made here about it, who had experiences that were more similar to this before, because I've never done anything where I've been away from home besides going to college for extended periods of time, where I couldn't necessarily communicate with the people from home.
I definitely think being here is kind of a roller coaster, where you go through periods of homesickness and you go through periods of just absolute disbelief that you're experiencing Europe. I think culture shock was how long it takes everything to get done here.